members of the Human Services Committee and the members of the public in the lobby as well. I am the bill author, Representative Jeff Shipley, House District 82. I am not an expert in vaccinology. I have no formal training in immunology, but I am a legislator, and I believe it's my chief duty as a legislator to inform the public on what the laws actually say. And in my experience interacting with this issue, there does seem to be kind of a disconnect in what the public understands to be true, and again, what the law actually says. In fact, oftentimes we'll have a conversation where a person believes the exact opposite of what the law says. So this bill relates to advertising for the Iowa Immunization Program, which my understanding of this program is it allows our health department to use public money to advertise and market corporate pharmaceutical products. All I'm asking for is a disclaimer on the advertising that would inform the public on what the laws governing this topic actually say. And the specific language from drafting came back a little wonky, but the intent would be to require some sort of disclaimer explaining the law, which in this instance refers to a section of U.S. code that relates to the standards of responsibility for a vaccine injury or death. And the law reads, "No vaccine manufacturer shall be liable in a civil action for damages arising from a vaccine-related injury or death associated with the administration of a vaccine, if the injury or death resulted from side effects that were unavoidable even though the vaccine was properly prepared and accompanied by proper directions and warnings." So no vaccine manufacturer shall be liable if the injury or the death resulted from the use of this product. So it's a very interesting law, a lot to unpack there. And basically I feel if you're going to advertise a product with public money with financial benefit going to a private corporation, I believe the state of Iowa has a responsibility to inform the public what the law says. And then the other piece of this is a statement that there's been no scientific evaluation on the long-term adverse events of the vaccine adjuvants, and that unless there is information to the contrary, there would need to be a statement to that effect as well. Long-term isn't defined here, but I guess in my mind I was thinking at least 3 years. I believe that's what's comparable to other pharmaceuticals are being tested for. Again, I feel it's necessary because if you speak to your typical average Iowan, somehow there's been this belief that's been propagated that there has been thorough and rigorous examination for long-term safety. And I think if that were the case, there probably wouldn't be such intense issues surrounding this topic. So that's the intent on why I authored the bill. I believe there is a responsibility for us to inform the public on what the law says. And also because there really is a lot of misinformation, disinformation on this topic, I think this is a chance for the state of Iowa to get out in front and really clear that up with this. So I know some opponents will say that this might affect the rates of vaccination rates or maybe, but again, if that's what the laws say, and if that causes that, well then we should change the law and start over. But so that's the extent, and I again really appreciate you scheduling this committee and for everyone being here, and I hope we can get this passed onto the governor's desk, and I'm happy to take any questions.